Hey guys, welcome back to another video on Twins Talk Arsenal. Today we have the big man Matthew back again. We are talking to you just after Arsenal scraped through by the skin of their teeth against Benfica in our second match in the Europa League. Boys, why can we never do it in a simple, easy, stress-free way? Why do we have to do it in this kind of fashion?
Because we are Arsenal fans and we are the Arsenal. That's the only explanation that warrants this. I mean, that game was yet again a roller coaster of emotions. I do admit, I really thought we would make it once Tierney got his goal, and then every minute went by and we didn't. So I was panicking a little bit, but I think we all knew we would get one more chance, but that was never in doubt. It was just whether we would take it. Like last year when Aubameyang missed it, this time he took it. So
yeah, true.
Really, a relief all round, really.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, what I would say, we're all struggling during COVID, during lockdown. We all need a bit of excitement in our lives, a bit of entertainment. And, step up Arsenal, they give us the entertainment we need during these troublesome times. Never in doubt. We gave Benfica a few goals to make it a bit interesting, but it was never in doubt. I mean, Arsenal are always going to go through to the last 16. How far from reality?
You know what, Matt? I like your point about Abba missing the chance against Olympiacos last season. I was at that game, and oh my God, Abba should have scored to put us through. And it felt like after that, and then after the chances that he missed against Benfica in the last round, this was like his moment. He had a lot of pressure on him, and he stepped up and delivered. Like anyone that's doubting Abba, he's too good to doubt. I know he might have a bad game every now and again, but there's a reason we're paying him the big money, and he still delivers when you need him to.
Yeah, he definitely stepped up, didn't he?
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I mean, we needed them, so we're through. That's all that counts right now. We are through, and we've now, per my last video, we've now got 4 teams to beat, if I've counted it correctly. So 1 down, 4 to go.
Do you know what? Like, you still had, I know Abba scored the goals, right? But Saka made both of those goals. That boy is world class, and he's only 19 years old.
Yeah. He was brilliant, to be fair. We were struggling for some sort of inspiration. You could see that him and Odegaard were trying on the right, but they weren't doing anything. But that, whether that's credit to Benfica or a lack of inspiration on our part, what do you think, Steph?
Yeah, no, definitely. I mean, Saka's one of those players, he wears his heart on his sleeve. He always tries his best for the club. You can clearly see that. I think since the start of last season, I think no player's got more assists in the no Premier League player has got more assists than Saka. So, he's kind of puts his money where his mouth is, so to speak. He shows what he's all about on the pitch. If anyone was going to make something happen for Arsenal, it would have been Saka. And, I'm so chuffed for him. He had a great game. And, just as we needed Aubameyang today, Saka stepped up as well. So great performance from both of them.
What did you boys think about the way Ceballos played today? After what I thought was a pretty good game in the first half against Benfica.
You know what? He is a quality player. His passing is just silky smooth. He's very similar to Xhaka, except he's a bit more, Spanish orientated. He's got the skills as well. So do you know what? I was as gutted as he probably was feeling when he literally gave the 2 chances away indirectly and directly. I'm not too sure what happened with the second one, to be honest, because I'm sure he could see that there was a player who was right, and he knew that if he headed it back, the other guy would be running in a goal. So I don't know what he was thinking there. But yeah, I think he must be a very, very relieved man right now. But you know what? Everyone makes mistakes. If we did lose this match, I think there would be a big, big online feud against him, which, it would be unfair because we don't like online abuse. And I think it wouldn't have been warranted on the whole picture, but I think, tonight he didn't have the best sort of, 5 minutes.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I know it's hard because he, ultimately made the 2 mistakes which cost us our 2 goals today. But he actually did have a decent game apart from that. And it obviously gets overshadowed because of those 2 individual errors to give away the free kick and then ultimately to give them the second goal. But he did actually have a decent game. He had a good passing range. He broke up a lot of their attacks, especially early on. He did link up the play between the defense and the attack. Overall, it wasn't actually his worst game. The only issue was the 2 mistakes that he made, which were very costly, or nearly very costly mistakes.
I think this is the thing that Arsenal are finding this season. One of the commentators said it at half time, that the only team that can beat Arsenal at the moment is Arsenal. We will play very well. We'll dominate a game, completely control the opposition. But every game there seems to be a mistake or 2 in our team, which gives away a goal. Against Benfica in the first round, it was the penalty. Against Man City, it was conceding within the second minute. Against Aston Villa, it was the same thing. And here it was Ceballos giving away a free kick and giving away the ball in a really dangerous position. It always feels like no matter how well we play and how well Arteta drills us, there are mistakes in this squad, and that's something Arteta's got to kind of deal with if we want to get anywhere near the top 4 next season.
Yeah, but how do you do that? That's the big question. I mean, you can defend, but you can't train someone to not make a mistake. That's just, you just don't make a mistake. It's harder said than done, but they're professional footballers, and if you want to play at the highest level, for us, then that's what you've got to cut out. I mean, if that happened at City, I guarantee they would be on the bench straight away. So, yeah, I mean, it's a learning curve for them. But yeah, as you said, it just does seem to be every single game. We were absolutely dominating that. I don't think Benfica had any chance or any hope in the first half an hour. And then we give them a free kick. And even then, okay, we were on the ropes a bit because we gave them confidence. But then after that, again, we were dominating, gave them a goal, and then they started to play better. So without us giving them goals, we were just dominating the match against a brick wall.
Yeah, definitely. I think the worry becomes, obviously now we've progressed to the last 16. You've got Man United still in it. You've got Leicester. You've got Tottenham. You've got some decent teams in it going through to the last 16. If we get through that, obviously you're in the last 8, etc. The issue for Arsenal is we're now going to be facing opposition who have a higher quality, who are better quality opposition. And, we're already helping teams as it is. We can't keep giving these teams a helping hand.
Yeah, I think next round will be a bit better though, given that hopefully we won't have the whole 2 away legs saga again. I know it's the same for both teams, but I think we found both matches more of an away leg than the opponent. That's just my opinion. I think if we have a home leg, we would definitely benefit. Regardless of whether it's against a British team or whether it's another European team. So I think we will do better next round. And hopefully, I don't know whether it's better to get an away leg or home leg first. I've always thought away, just because you know what you can do at home. You've got the crowd. I don't think crowds will be back by then, will they? So they'll be back, late May or June.
Yeah.
So we're still without a crowd. But yeah, I'm hopeful. As long as we've got the home leg to keep us going strong, then it just depends on how well depends on what team we get drawn against tomorrow.
We've had some pretty hard draws, I feel, for cup fixtures this season. So I hope that we get lucky. We could do with a little bit of a break, I think, from real hard competitive teams. One thing which I want to touch on was the performance of, maybe not the performance, but the goal of Kieran Tierney. I feel like the kind of leadership that he showed by scoring that second goal to drag Arsenal back into the team is exactly the kind of leadership that Arsenal need from a potential future captain. And I really think that having a player like him in our team is having a leader which Arsenal have missed for the last 10, 15 years, maybe. What did you boys think about Tierney's importance to the team and his return to Arsenal after his injury?
Yeah, I mean, I thought he was top class That goal summed him up really. Just the passion. I probably had the exact same reaction, but off the pitch. Yeah, he was just brilliant. I mean, he uses class just like Partey does, for example. So I'm not too sure why he didn't play. If he was fit enough to come on, he should have been fit enough to start, but that's the manager's choice. But yeah, I think he was just top class. It's very hard for a left back to be given the credit that they deserve. You almost have to be sort of invincible. You have to be like the Robertsons of these worlds. So yeah, brilliant. Nothing else to say really.
Yeah, no, definitely. I mean, when you look at Kieran Tierney, he kind of epitomises Arsenal and the best bits of Arsenal. He's got the leadership qualities, he's got the fight, the determination, and he's one of those players that he steps up. When players like Aubameyang maybe aren't firing, or in a game like this where everyone's looking to Aubameyang to step up, you also need those other players to take the burden off of his shoulders. And, that's what Kieran Tierney did today. He got the very important second goal, which, gave us confidence, gave us momentum, and, helped to swing the tie back in our favour, evidently.
I feel that, Arteta's decision with Thomas Partey has come back to kind of kick him in the arse a few times. He brought Thomas Partey back against Tottenham. That led to a recurrence of his injury because he brought him back too quick and he was out for a few games. And then he decided not to play Thomas Partey today to be more careful. And the player which he would have replaced, Ceballos, was the reason for the two mistakes, which pinned Arsenal back. So I think I feel happy for Arteta that the game turned around, because if Arsenal had lost this game, I feel like there'd have been a real highlight on Arteta's decision to leave Partey out of this team. What do you boys think about that?
I think it's just down to his fitness, isn't it? We have to trust that they are waiting for him to be 100% fit. And if he wasn't 100% fit, for example, when we played Tottenham, and I can't remember who the other game was against, because there were two occasions where he got injured, then he shouldn't be playing. You shouldn't be risking him. Because when when he's getting injured, he's missing 2 or 3 or 4 games after that. So I'd rather he missed one game than a run. But hopefully that was just maybe, I think he was hopefully 100%, but he just wanted to obviously give him maybe a few minutes tonight, and then therefore he should be able to play a full 90 minutes on Sunday. But you can easily tell that he's just brilliant. I mean, his passing, even when he came on, just like little touches, he somehow managed to control the game from the midfield straight away. I'm not too sure what he was doing, trying to kick the ball past someone and sprint as if he's, I don't know, Saka or something. But yeah, top class.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, when you look at Thomas Partey, like Matt said, he uses quality. He's one of those players that you can just tell he's got an aura about him. And when he steps onto the pitch, you can tell that the other Arsenal players respect him and they know what he'll bring to the team during the game. The thing I'd say about Thomas Partey not playing today, we do have very tough games coming up in the Premier League. We've got like Leicester on Sunday, and we've also got like Tottenham, Liverpool, Burnley coming up in the pipeline very soon. So, we can't really afford for Partey to not play those games. Really, we need him fit for those games because they're very important games for our season. Obviously the Europa League is our main route back to the Champions League. I think no Arsenal fan can doubt that. But you still obviously want a good showing in the Premier League to give you a platform. And also, there's still 16 teams in the Europa League, obviously including ourselves, but there's no guarantee that we'll win it. Obviously, we're all hopeful that we will. But we've also seen, countless times this season that Arsenal can shoot themselves in the foot. And anything can happen, in a 90-minute game or over 180 minutes over 2 legs. So I think Arsenal, I'm not saying we can get top 4 by any stretch of the imagination, but we need to start getting wins in the Premier League. And it's just a case of building those performances. And then we can then take that into the Europa League and see what we can do.
Yeah, I agree. I don't think we can rely on the Europa League as our way back into Europe. I've heard a lot of Arsenal fans talking about this, that we should prioritize the Europa League. The Europa League is our way is our way back and almost like disregard the Premier League. And the Europa League is you can get knocked out at any point. It's just single games or 2 games. You saw it a few years ago when we got to the final and lost against Chelsea. It's not an easy competition to win, and we're by no means the favourite to win it either. So yes, prioritise the Europa League, but we need to start winning in the Premier League. We've got some really tough games coming up as well. I think Leicester's going to be a very hard game on Sunday. If we're shooting ourselves in the foot, those games become even harder.
Yeah, it's all about momentum, isn't it?
Yeah,
that's the main thing.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I guess, Arsenal got the win today. That's the main thing. We're through to the next round. Even with the negative errors, which were unnecessary. But, we've got through to the next round, and let's build on from there and beat Leicester at the weekend.
I think that makes sense. Let's, you know what? There were some negatives, but it is so good to get a win in Europe so late on. There's nothing quite like that little bit of magic that Europe brings to your week.
It rings sort of like the Barca last-minute goal against PSG. I mean, it's not quite the same, but you know what? At the moment, I'm not going to care one bit. I think we all feel like the main man does in the background there, holding his hands up.
Yeah, I'm happy for Arteta. Glad that we got through, and looking forward to the draw tomorrow and then to going on to the next round. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. If you like what you saw, please feel free to like, comment, and hit that subscribe button if you're new around here. And we will see you on Sunday for the game against Leicester and for the next Europa League game as well. Thanks so much, guys. Bye-bye.